we got to zoom out because this graphic is epic. A lot of images in your book are just epic on their own. It's brilliantly done. But this one has famous people for each of the cards, like the best of.
Yeah.
For
And by the way, good for them to be the person.
Yeah.
That it's not that I could have chosen lots of people for each card, but I think most people would agree. That's a pretty fair choice for each page, and good for them to be able. You crushed it if you can be the person for your whole 250-year page. So,
well, I noticed you put Gandhi, didn't put Hitler. I mean, there's a lot of people going to argue with you about that particular last page.
True. Yes, you're right. I could have put in. I was thinking about Darwin there too.
Darwin, yeah. Einstein.
But yeah, exactly. You really could have put anyone.
Did you think about putting yourself for a second?
Yeah, I should have. That would have been awesome. I'm sure that would have endeared the readers to me from the beginning of the first page of the book.
A little bit of a messianic complex going on, but yeah. So the list of people, just so you know, so these are 250-year chunks. Yeah. The last one being from 1770 to 2020, and so it goes Gandhi, Shakespeare, Joan of Arc, Genghis Khan, Charlemagne, Muhammad, Constantine, Jesus, Cleopatra, Aristotle, Buddha. It's so interesting to think about this very recent human history.
That's 11 pages, so it would be 2750, almost 3,000 years.
Just that there's these figures that stand out and that define the course of human history. And
it's like the craziest thing to me is that like Buddha was a dude. Yeah. He was a guy with like arms and legs and fingernails that he maybe bit, and like he liked certain foods, and maybe he got like he had like digestive issues sometimes, and like he got cuts and they stung, and like he was a guy, and he had hopes and dreams, and he probably had a big ego for a while before I guess Buddha totally overcame that one, but like. And it's like, who knows, what the mythical figure of Buddha, who knows how similar he was, but the fact, same with Jesus, like this was a guy, like to me, he's a primate.
Yeah.
What a impact.
He was a cell first and then a baby.
Yeah. And he was a fetus at some point.
He's a dumb baby trying to learn how to walk.
Yeah. Like having a tantrum.
Yeah.
Because he's frustrated because he's in the terrible twos. Jesus was in the terrible twos.
Buddha never had a tantrum. Let's be honest. The myth.
the mother was like, this baby's great. Like, wow.
Let's figure something out.
It just, learning about Genghis Khan, it's incredible to me because it's just like, this was some Mongolian, herder guy who was taken as a slave, and he was like dirt poor, catching rats as a, young teen with, to feed him and his mom and his brother. And it's just like the odds on when he was born, he was just one of, probably tens of thousands of random teen boys living in Mongolia in the 1200s. The odds of that person, any one of them being a household name today that we're talking about, it's just crazy, like what had to happen. And for that guy for that poor, dirt poor herder to take over the world, I don't know. So history just like continually blows my mind. Like, And
he's the reason you and I are related, probably.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's also, that's the other thing, is that some of these dudes, by becoming king, by having a better army at the right time, William the Conqueror or whatever, is in the right place at the right time with the right army, and there's a weakness at the right moment, and he comes over and he exploits it and ends up probably having, I don't know, 1,000 children. Mm-hmm. And those children are high up people who maybe have a ton of. The species is different now because of him. Like if forget England's different, or, European borders look different. Like we look different, mm-hmm. and because of a small handful of people, sometimes I think, I'm like, oh, this part of the world, I can recognize someone's Greek, someone's Persian, someone's wherever, because, they kind of have certain facial features. And I'm like, it may have happened. I mean, obviously that's a population, but it may be that like someone 600 years ago that looked like that really spread their seed. And that's why the ethnicity looks kind of like that now. Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah.